Everyone's allergies present themselves differently, so just because I'm talking about something, for example, getting hives when I have an allergic reaction, doesn't mean that other people necessarily go through the same things. So people can react in all different ways, and my experiences are mine alone. For those of you tuning into my channel for the first time, welcome, and those who've been here before, welcome back. My name is Sarah, I'm 24 years old, and I have multiple life-threatening food allergies. I'm allergic to peanuts, tree nuts, soy, sesame, legumes, fish, shellfish, mustard, and some fruits. The first thing I want to talk to you about is my name, Girl Behind the Hive. What does it mean? So for those who have food allergies or friends with people who do, you know that people get hives when they have an allergic reaction. When I was growing up, people would always look at me and say, "Oh, did you know there's a hive on your face? Oh, look, you have a hive." So I have always been the girl behind the hive. There's still a girl here underneath that allergic reaction. So that kind of leads into what I'm going to be talking about in this video, which is my food allergies and whether or not they define me. A lot of people say that their food allergies don't define them, and I'm a big believer in that. I don't look at myself and only think about food allergies, but they are a big part of who I am. So if you were to define Sarah, food allergies would definitely come up in that. My food allergies have shaped who I am in terms of what I've grown up to be. When I was little, I was kicked out of my first day camp because they didn't want to deal with somebody who had a peanut allergy. They literally told my parents that I could be on the floor having an allergic reaction and they wouldn't do anything. Obviously, we switched camps. So naturally, my mom started looking for another day camp that I could go to. She then came across this dance camp. Dance wasn't something I was totally into yet, but she talked to the owner and he was willing to completely eliminate peanuts and nuts from the camp. So it was a good fit. If I didn't start going to that camp when I was 5, I would never have found my passion for singing and dancing and acting. And his kindness and empathy towards me and my family and willingness to change his camp and give up the peanuts and nuts truly helped to shape me into the person that I am today. I've been singing, dancing, and acting for years, and that's something that I really don't think I would have come across so soon if I didn't have my food allergies. Something about having allergies is that they've made me have to advocate for myself at a young age. I had to learn to speak up when I was little if I ever wanted to do anything by myself without my parents being present. So if I was going on play dates or going out to dinner with friends, I knew that I had to be the person to speak up and say, "Does this have nuts in it? Can I eat it? Is it safe?" When I was little, my parents would vet the snacks when I would go to other people's houses, and the restaurants that I would go to with friends were ones I'd been to before. But of course, you have to check everything every single time, so even though I'd been to restaurants a million times, if I was going myself, I had to speak up. And that's something I really appreciate now, the confidence that it put into me, because I am not afraid to talk about my food allergies. I'm an open book when it comes to that, and I'm so excited to keep sharing. When I was little, I definitely had a hard time speaking about my food allergies, especially in front of a large group of people. I didn't want to be known as that peanut girl, and bullying is something that did happen, which I'll talk about in later videos. But I knew I had to speak up in order to be safe. So I started to do that on all occasions, and honestly, I would not be the confident and outspoken person that I am today without my food allergies. So while they don't define me completely, I do think that they are a huge part of who I am, and in some ways I'm grateful for them for making me who I am.